Hi everyone, it's Darcy. How are you? And tonight I'm going to use two decks. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite deck, and I am going to use this one. And we're going to see if we can get this in here better. Yeah, so I'll probably block it too. Oh well. Well, I don't quite know how it's working out there. Earlier it was raining like crazy here, so it was quite interesting, and that's a little wet to say the least. Normally Ashley goes for a walk, but she didn't. Hi Laura. Hi Ilya. So I'm going to tell a little story. How Megan and Tracy, hello. So this morning when I got up, I was in my head singing In the Ghetto by Elvis Presley. Used to sing it a lot as kids because our stepmom loved it. And I come out to the kitchen to feed the cats, and the cupboard doors are open. And I look and I go, yeah, okay. So I very carefully and quietly close the doors and go to have a shower and everything and come out. Hi, Kathy. And I am still thinking about my mom now. And she's been dead since 1989, 1990, somewhere in there. And I had this overpowering urge. I mean, so overpowering that I wanted to pick up the phone and phone my mom this morning. I actually texted Penelope and Sean and asked if everything was okay, because when I get urges like that, normally it means something's going on in the family. But it could have just been, as Penelope pointed out in another text back to me, was that, it's Dad's birthday today. And it is. And I was doing the math. Our father would be 95 years old if he was alive today. Can you imagine him 95? He died just before his 50th birthday. That's a long time, Dad. Hi, Faye. So I had Ashley go out and pick me up cupcakes. And we had cupcakes for my dad. We basically sat down, had a cup of tea after dinner, and just did cupcakes for him. One, I was good. I only ate one. Okay, so I did also get her to get the red nibs. And, I didn't have one of them. I had a lot of them, to the point she said, Mom, we need to put these away. So we did. So I have two screens going tonight because I want to make sure, not that I can see it working on this other screen, but if anyone texts in from, let's say for this show tonight, if I can see them, I'll add them in, but I'm sort of guessing I'm not going to see them because I see nothing on this other screen. Okay, so we're going to get started. And once again, hello, Laura, Ilya, Megan, Tracy, Kathy, Penelope, Marion, and Faye. Okay, so I'm going to use this deck. It is, I don't know where it is, but I don't think this is the one you gave me, Marion, for my birthday, but it's one of the family. They have three of these decks, but it could be. So Laura, let's have a look. And, mediumship. Wow, it's like getting your wires crossed, and it sort of looks like butterflies and palms, but it also looks like energy sort of flowing a little bit out from you, Laura. And it's also about listening. You're going to have to make a decision because there's two there. So there may be two decisions, and I thought I'd pull a card to go with it, and that is a decision that you're going to have to make. Now, I'm leaning towards February or March for your decision, and it could be around work. I don't think it's so much a personal issue. As Laura, you might be looking at, well, do I stay in this job or do I move on or do I look for a new job? But it's the mediumship says to listen to your instincts, to trust the energy flowing around you, and not to make a hasty choice, to definitely take your time as you're making the choice, and to look deep inside your soul to see if this is the choice you truly want. My instincts will say it's going to be, Laura. So as you make the choice, just believe in yourself. Oh, Ilya. So I can't remember if you have a son or not. Hello, Tasha. But this is, or a grandson maybe. But first of all, this one here with the young man, it is about him standing up for something he believes in. So either your son, your grandson, it's a belief system, and he just stands up for it, and he's really happy. He's not fighting, even though the sword is up like a baseball bat, and that could also mean someone's playing baseball around you, and that they'd probably be a really good hitter. But the other one is the fearlessness. And Ilya, you've demonstrated that by plucking your house right out of where you lived and moving to another province. And it was so fast. And that you need to hold on to this fearlessness because it's part of who you are, how it represents you. It's part of your soul. Don't let it go. Be fearless, be brave, go out there and do whatever you need to do to accomplish the things inside your life you want. And don't be afraid to share it with a grandchild. Okay, showing them that it's okay to be fearless as well. Not stupid, just fearless. There's a difference. Okay, Megan, how are you? Oh, return of spirit. So this is you grounding yourself, bringing yourself in, allowing your energy to calmly settle down and to root itself into the ground and the surroundings around you. And it's saying that by returning to that calm place inside of spirit, not the frantic, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that, but just calmly putting yourself into not a stance and not a trance, it doesn't rhyme, but calmly putting yourself into I'm going to deal with this now and not leave it till later, is really going to be effective for you. And this is also like, you know how sometimes when you lose something, you lose a friend, a family member or something like this, there is that wild, crazy, I don't know what I'm doing type of thing. But that says you're going to be able to be okay with it, that you're going to be able to ground yourself and allow yourself to look at it in such a way that when you do it, you know you've done the right thing, that you've actually centered yourself well enough that you can move on, you can breathe, and there's not a lot of frenzy around you, Megan. Okay. And Tracy. Okay, does anyone here know of a Wayne, Walter, William, preferably dead? I have a gentleman here, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give the message, and I can smell Irish Spring and tobacco. So maybe he smoked or he was around a smoker. I'd like to say I smell a little whiskey too. All right. And he just seems to be sitting here. And Megan, I'm sort of wondering if maybe he might be connected to you, because you know how I was saying you need to just sit, be calm, be still, and allow all those frenzy emotions to sort of spill down around you, but to find your center part. Well, I still feel like I'm supposed to say that. So it could also be for Megan, but it could also be for someone else who's on here tonight. So just keep that in mind. And whoever this gentleman is, he is just like, I would have said in life, he was like crazy, crazy busy. And now he's very calm. He's very collective. He's very much now. And there is a book out there, In the Present Now, if you ever want to try that, where literally you're just listening to everything that's happening around you at that particular moment. It's by Shannon Duncan or Duncan Shannon, and it's not a bad read, so you might be interested in it. Oh, Tracy. Okay. Tracy, I'm going to do this again. Recognition. All right. This is recognizing and giving yourself credit for being so strong to be where you are today. And the recognition from Spirit, I think this is your mom who's around you. Is there a Donna DDDD sound around you as well? And when I say around you, I mean past. And you may have to look at taking in some more fluids, and you might need a vitamin B12. So normally I'd say get a shot because it's a lot easier, but they're just saying that you might need one or the other. So I'm going to say be on top of that. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Ooh, Kathy. This is knowing which way is up. And it makes me think that you're getting messages from the other side, Kathy. It made me think of a man, so I'm going to say your husband. And I feel like he's talking to you, and I'm not 100% sure if you're listening to him or not, but there definitely feels like he is talking to you and that he's trying to get a message through to you. And Kathy, I do have to ask, is your mother alive? Because I hear him say mom, so either your mom or his mom has passed, and he said to tell you that mom's okay. Okay, and Kathy, the other thing is money. Financially, this says you're going to be balanced. Normally when I see this card, because of this one right here where there's a ticket in the pocket, I normally recommend buy a lottery ticket if you feel lucky. I mean, you came through a hurricane, so you might feel a little lucky there. Hello, Penelope. So, Penelope, I still don't know. Still want to call her. No idea why. But maybe there's a message coming through, and by thinking of calling her, maybe the message will actually finally get through. I don't know. We'll find out tonight. So, Penelope, wow. I picked rejuvenation. So this is looking after yourself, making sure you have some downtime, also bringing in Spirit a lot more in the next year and a half. And you may find yourself a little busy with the cosmos, and looks like a good thing. Doesn't look bad because you are going to be making money. And this is having money to put away, Penelope. So that's even better for you. And so there are going to be some changes in the next 3 to 6 weeks or a month for you, Penelope. And it feels like they're about honing or fine-tuning or making something that works for you that will bring you a little more financial relief. Now, I don't see Sandra on here, and I did promise Sandra that even if I couldn't see her, I would pull a card for her. So I'm going to do that right now. And Sandra, I have birthing. So this is birthing of a new idea. It could even mean that you've got someone coming into your life who is having a child or talking about child. But I think it's more about new ideas, new opportunities, possibly expenditures around you, because the 7 of Cups represent achieving the dreams inside your life, Sandra. So between the two of them, rebirthing and bringing home, or birthing and bringing those ideas forward, that you're achieving everything inside your life you want because you believe in it. So I'm going to say keep that up. It seems to be important that you continue to believe in what you can do, Sandra. Okay. Hi, Marion. Oh, okay. Just a minute. Let me find a card for you, Marion. Assistance. Well, Marion, we all know you're not a big one to reach out and ask people to help you. You're the person that most people are reaching out and saying, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And so what they're saying here, Marion, honey, is that you really need to start asking other people to help you, because there's a lot of people, and this isn't just live people, this is spirit people that can help you along the way and help you achieve what you're looking for. And you've got a lot of, I think this is your family, your mom's family, hanging out around you right now. Okay, I can't for the life of me remember, and I should know your family by now, but is there a David around you, Marion? That I can't remember. And then from one of the other cards, well, we know that you have one son moving, so maybe you're going to be helping him move. And if you do, I'm going to ask you, Marion, honey, not to lift boxes that are heavier than you need to lift. Because otherwise you might be laying on the floor and the dog's slobbering all over you because you're at face level, and they're going to love it. Okay. Hi, Faye. Faye, caretaker. That sounds about appropriate. But again, like Marion, make sure you balance yourself and that you're planting new seeds for yourself, bringing in good energy, and that you know when to say no. And I think for most people, it's hard to say no. We want to help people. We want to bring joy to other people. So when I look at this and I look at the Five of Swords, that means this is a family member, Faye, that you're going to be helping. And as you help them, they're taking some of your advice, but they're not listening to everything. Okay, so I'm going to say don't be too upset if they're not listening to all the advice you give them, because eventually, Faye, they will hear it and they will put it into play, because you're always there. You're always lending that ear for people to reach you and say, hey, can you help me? Okay, hi, Tasha. How are you? I don't know if I've seen you on here before, but we will have a card for you and see what it has to say. Ooh, union. Oh, this normally means bringing two people together, but this could be a union as in a relationship. It can be a union as in people outside of you getting married, but it could also be a union of two people who have been friends in this lifetime as well as a past lifetime coming together, Tasha. And this is a celebration. It's not, oh my God, I have to worry about this person coming towards me. This is a celebration of, yes, I'm looking forward to being friends or connected somehow to the person. And because of the Fool, I would say maybe you're going to have to take a leap of faith that the person that you're going to become friends with, go into a relationship with, or renew a relationship with, that you can trust them. Okay, and that's always a hard thing, because it's always that old thing, once bitten, twice shy. So it does feel like it's a good thing, Tasha. Oh, hello, Catherine. Wow, look at this. You got fairy magic. And since you do come from the same line as us, obviously there's magic inside of you and to believe in it. But I also think of the wonder around magic, because to this day, I went to Siegfried and Roy and I watched them make an elephant disappear on the stage. And I realize it's probably a trap door with a hydraulic lift and everything. But just the idea that they could do that, it was pretty amazing. It was really neat to watch too. So remember, magic surrounds us. Magic is all around us, Catherine. It's whether we choose to believe in it and understand that it exists in this lifetime. And it may not be tangible. It may not be, oh, I can pick up a book and read all about this. But it could very likely be the magic that you need to believe in the next step that you want to take in your life. And if that's starting a business or going into a new job, then hold on to the magic, Catherine, and see if you can make it work. Okay. Oh, hi, Megan. And I hope you're having a good night. You do know a Walter and a Wayne, and hopefully they are dead. And Tracy, could be your dad, yes, as well. But I just feel like when I felt them, they felt very comfortable, very relaxed, very much centered, and very much this feeling of love all around you. And that you should embrace it because that love is there and it's easy, it's free for the taking. Even though you can't see or feel them, it is free for the taking. Well, Lori, you're welcome. And Tasha, thank you. Catherine, Kathy, both our mums passed. Okay, then it's one of it. Kathy, I don't know which mum it is. All right. All I know is I could feel her and I felt that I wanted to give love and attention to you from her, and to remind you that even if you didn't feel like you were blessed growing up, you were blessed growing up, Kathy. So keep that in mind. All right. Hello, Colleen. Hello, Linda. How are you? And Colleen, let's start with you, and I will pull you a card and have commitment, Colleen. So this is being committed to something you believe in. It could be committed to a relationship, Colleen. It could be committed to a friendship. It could be committed to a dream. Okay. But you have to believe in that commitment. You can't just go, well, I think you want it, so I'm going to do it, because that's not going to work, honey. You've got to really believe that this is your dream, your commitment, and you're going for it. And no matter what anyone says, Colleen, that you believe in the outcome and you can see it happening and you're in control. This is the night, King of Pentacles. Whoop, I threw him on the floor. This is the King of Pentacles. And what he says is you sit in the position of power, Colleen. You are in the driver's seat. So if you're in the driver's seat, which way do you want to go? Do you want to go straight? Do you want to go to your left, to your right? Or do you want to reverse? And let me tell you a little story. I had to reverse in a pickup truck. 7 miles because I got the truck stuck in reverse. I didn't know you could pop the clutch, the little doohickey in a standard vehicle, and I got stuck in reverse. And I had to drive all the way home, and I had to keep my eye on the road. One, that a police officer didn't stop me and give me a ticket. And two, I had to drive along a road that was on a river, and then I had to drive up a hill to get home. So I think if I can do that, Colleen, you can hold on to that commitment of your belief, your dream, your desire, and you are going to be so successful, it's sort of scary. Okay, Linda, I picked sexuality. And this isn't about sex, it's about who are you. Both male and female energy can reside in one person. And that doesn't mean they're gay or they're bisexual. It means that they have the idea, the knowledge that they can accomplish anything because they have both male, female energy. It means they're balanced. All right. It means that you could do it alone if you wanted to, Linda, but you don't have to do it alone. It's up to you. And if you put your mind on doing something, say you want to travel the world, Linda, you can do it. Okay, and this card, the Wheel of Fortune, says just that as well. It says, Linda, there isn't anything in this world that you cannot accomplish if you believe in it, and that you remember that you have both the male and female energy. So it means that you're balanced and that you're able to move forward. Okay. Well, you're welcome, Penelope. Oh, Marion, David is my neighbor's Lynn's son. Okay. So, Marion, would you mind letting Lynn know he showed up and he wanted to say hello? And it felt like, the reason I asked, because I couldn't remember, and it felt like he wanted her to know that he has become worthy of her love. And I know she loves him, but now he feels it. Now he believes it. And now he's ready to say it to her. So if you could hand that on, that'd be great. Hey, Faye, and you're welcome, Tasha. And Faye, there's something else. um, there is a it's got to be your son. Okay, there's a young man around you who I don't know if there is a celebration or something that's coming up here, but he just wants you to know that he's going to be there and he's going to make himself known to you and he's going to let you know that everything's okay. And the other part about it is no journey's too short or long for you to be able to do. And you're going to be here for a while. So there's something else he's trying to say, but I can't hear him right now. So if he comes back with it, Faye, I'll let you know. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat. Hello, word girl. I don't think I've ever seen you. And this is shifting. Okay, so things around you are shifting. You may be moving to a new job, a new home, a new friendship, a new relationship, but this is shifting. But the interesting part about this one is right in the center, it's solid color. There's a shift all around you. So your center, your environment should stay strong, and you're going to be, I'm pretty sure you're going to be moving or something, because this is the tower, and the tower represents a move, a change. And this could be directional. It could even be a career change for you, girl, but it's something new, and it may come at you suddenly, and it may come after a wedding. So you may find that the change happens after a wedding, not before. Okay, Kathy. You keep having dreams about Mike. I wake up knowing he's not there, but still think about him. That's okay. I mean, like I was saying, I woke up this morning and all I wanted to do was phone my mom. And I don't normally call her by mom, so that was pretty amazing. That's how I heard it. So you're always going to, and our mom's been dead since I think it was 1989 or 1990. I know it if I looked at a calendar. But that's a long time for me to all of a sudden wake up and feel like I need to call her. So he will always be there, and whether you can see him or feel him or whatever, Kathy, he's going to be there. Colleen, you're welcome. Oh, Marion. The anniversary of his passing was the other day. Thanks. Well, obviously, Marion, he really wanted to get through to his mom and to let her know that he's doing okay, because it felt really strong. And the other interesting part too is what I'm hearing is he keeps saying, tell her I'm sorry, tell her I'm sorry. So I also feel like Lynn might be coming into a shift in power. I'm not 100% sure what he means by a shift in power. Okay, and maybe it has something to do with, if she hasn't moved, she's moving, but it could have something to do with that, or she's about to buy a place. And okay, so it comes down to she's buying a place, and she may be shifting something inside the house to make room for an area for him. I'm Marion, I'm not 100% sure. Hi, Jeanette. It's okay to be late. The show goes on for an hour, so I'll be here for the hour. But I hope you're having a good night and everything is okay with you. So, Jeanette, I pulled the intuition card. And the intuition card, it's the yin yang. It's the energy that flows around you, into you, out of you. And I like it because it's blue. So it's a healing card. And I believe you're going in for surgery here. So this is a healing card. So they're saying that you're going to have healing around you. And you're going to find yourself maybe a little tipsy for a day or two. So be careful that you're not jumping out of bed or anything after the surgery, and that you're taking your time to recover. But what I really like is all the spirits around you that are helping you heal. And I think that's really a nice thing. And at the end of the day, there will be a celebration around you. So this says to me, things are working in your direction, and that I don't really think it matters which way you decide to go. It's still going to work in your direction. So just keep it up, Jeanette. Things are actually working the way you'd like to see them. And it seems like a really good show. No, Sean is only on Tuesday night, Kathy. Tuesday is Sean and I. Wednesday is Penelope and I. And tonight, I just do the show. So come back on Tuesday, Kathy, and you'll see Sean. He'll be there every Tuesday, except for last 2 weeks in December. We are taking a break, and I could actually tell you when we're taking the break. We are also going to do a Christmas show with the three of us. So let's see, into December. Our last show will probably be on the 22nd, and that is going to be the three of us. Sean will be here every Tuesday till then, and then we are going to be off until the new year, because I think we all need a break, and with Christmas coming, maybe there's an opportunity for people to make Skype connection to their family and to their friends, and maybe there's just some downtime that everyone needs to have as well. But I will let Sean know that you miss seeing him tonight. But Tuesday night, yeah, come on back and you'll see him there. Short of him doing something stupid like jumping out of a plane again. But yeah, so, okay. So do we have any other questions? Just let me scroll down a little. All right. Okay. Normally I have things I like to talk about. And thank you, Jeanette, for marking your calendar. Yes, it's actually going to be interesting because we have never worked together as a group. I mean, to be honest, having us together as a group could be interesting, but I think we'll also take a little longer. So you can tell people that we're doing a show on, what did I say, December 22nd? And who knows? You never know. And we'll probably cover whatever we're seeing then and look at what's happening in the new year for you. So it could be a little longer show. Okay, Wes, yes, I can, Marion, pull a card for Wes. It is voice. So Wes needs to learn how to use his voice to move the energy around him. And I'm not saying he has to be argumentative or contradictory or loud and obnoxious. I'm just saying, Wes, use your voice. Whatever it is you're looking to go for, to go towards, it will be done if you can voice where you want to be. Okay, so if you're looking at starting a new business, you're looking at going to work for someone else or going into another field of employment, if you vocalize what you're looking for, Wes, then I honestly believe it can happen. So it's just a matter of vocalizing. But Wes, I'm going to pull another card for you. Oh, good outcome. Okay, so this means that there's good news coming towards you. So yeah, if you're looking for a new job, Wes, go for it. Okay, word girl, you want to know, will me and the Virgo, oh, well, I think we went through this the other day, but you weren't called word girl then. Honestly, don't know. There is a possibility that you can reconcile, but at this particular time, I honestly could say I don't know if you will. It will be a matter of time So depends on how long you want and how much energy you want to put in it to see if it will happen. And okay, so my instincts are all no. Okay, so Penelope just mentioned that our mom died in 1989. I do know the date, which was March 18th. I, for some reason, just couldn't remember the year today. So, yeah, really interesting that I want to pick up the phone and call her, because that's an awful long time for someone to be passed and then all of a sudden you want to talk to her. Okay. And, you know, stranger things have happened in my lifetime. And it's always nice to be able to have a look. Oh, Sandra, thank you. I did pull a card for you. And I just happened to be looking at the Facebook page as we're talking. It's really interesting trying to look at one and the other at the same time. I don't know how Penelope can do it. Okay, Jenna, hi, how are you? Can I have some messages from on what he wants to say to me? He's a Libra, he's my Virgo. I'm a Virgo. Okay, Jenna, is he alive? You're going to have to answer that question for me because I'm not too sure what you're asking. My instinct, though, just the way you worded the message, is that he's passed. But could you sort of confirm that for me, please, before I answer the question? Okay. Sorry. He's alive. Okay. Yeah, because the way you worded it, I thought, did he die? Because otherwise I'm hearing the message wrong. Okay. So you want to know, I'm guessing, oh, you need to have patience, honey. The more you try to get an answer out of him, and here, it's this card, Temperance. The more you try to get him to answer the question, the farther away it's going to go. So I am going to say to have patience with him. I can't help but feel like this person does care about you, but it's not as simple as simplicity shows it. Okay, it's a little foggy down here, Jenna. So he just may need some time to actually decide. I know you broke up in October, but he may need time to heal. And if you stop talking to him, let him have his time, let him have his space, because the more you go at him, the more he falls below the line. Oh no, he's not doing well emotionally. This card shows it right here. He's not balanced, but you can reach out to him, you could touch him, talk to him, but I'm saying that maybe you need to take this step back and just let it be. Let him decide what he's going to do, because the more you're going there, the more you're trying to get him to commit to something he's not ready to commit to or to come back to at this particular time, the farther away he's going to get, and the more maybe depressed he's going to get at the same time. It's hard for people when they split up, because maybe sometimes they really don't want to split up, but things happen and they have to. No, I disagree with you. I think you could be friends, but here's the problem. I don't know if you can be friends with him, Jenna. So there lies your problem. He could be a friend to you, but if he's not ready to come back together, Jenna, it's not going to happen. You got to leave him be. If he wants it, he'll come back. You're chasing. There's that old expression, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Okay, and that's where you are right now. You can lead him back, and everything. It just doesn't mean he's going to drink. Then, Jenna, I am going to suggest, if it's that hard, you need to talk to a counselor right now. All right? Make an appointment tomorrow, set something up to help you with counseling. All right? Hi, Lisa. How are you? Ooh, Lisa, you're gifted. But it's also a gift, something being gifted to you. Now, you, Lisa, might be coming into some, you're welcome, Jenna. You may be coming into a form of gift like the ability to sense people around you. But I also think someone's giving you a brooch or a set of earrings. It's definitely it's got a little gold on it, so it might be earrings. But it's shaped. Um, I do have my little book. Just a minute. I'll see if I can draw it for you, Lisa, and show you what it looks like. It's got these, and there's something in the center, and it comes up and it goes like that. Sort of looks a little like that. I am not the artist in the family, but it could be like a hoop earring with some diamonds hanging off of it. But Lisa, there's a gift coming towards you. Something is being gifted to you. And it could be something that someone wanted to give you years ago. So, but they haven't had an opportunity to do so. Now, this is also saying that you're hoarding your money a little bit, Lisa, because in April there is something you're going to do, like either take a trip, buy something, invest into something. And please, because I'm not an investment planner, please, please, please make sure that you talk to someone who is. But it looks like everything's okay. Ashta, yes, you can ask a question if you'd like. I'll give you a second to ask the question. And otherwise, I'll pull your card and do it that way. Is there anyone who recognizes the name Samantha? So Sammy. I know we have one in our family, but I'm thinking outside of the family. If someone recognizes the name Samantha or Sammy, could you please acknowledge by saying yes and saying Sam or Samantha or Sammy, so I know what I'm talking about when I get down to it? Okay, Ashta, I pulled you the Hermit. And the Hermit is about taking a look at where you've been. Just for a day or two, look back, have a look, see what there is in your memory banks. And there may be an opportunity for you to start a relationship. And when I'm looking back here on this card, it's about looking back and seeing where you've been inside, say, a relationship or a friendship, and what changed about it, and who changed in it. Was it you? Was it the other person? And what caused the change? And okay, I'll do this. And I'm just looking really quickly. You went, when will I have a solid relationship? Okay, it could be 9 months from now that you might start a solid relationship, give or take, because my time frame's not always on time. But what I'm going to say is, strangely enough, I was having a look back at my relationships, and Marion here could vouch for a few of them. And I never allowed anyone to get close. As soon as they started to get close, and I warned them ahead of time, I have wings on my runners, so don't get close. And no one really believed me. And I've been single. I mean, I've been divorced since 1990. And it's a long time. 1989. No, the divorce didn't come through until 1990. So I've been divorced since 1990. And I dated a lot. And I stopped dating in 2007. Okay, so are you getting the drift here, Ashta? It was my choice. So you need to have a look. What is stopping you? What have you decided, or what have you said or done that said, I don't want a relationship anymore? And now you do want a relationship. So what about your character are you going to have to correct to make that relationship come towards you? Now, personally, for me, I'd have to get off my high horse. But I like being on my high horse. I actually like being single. I don't want to have to tell anyone or get permission to do something. There's my high horse. Okay. But the thing is, everyone has an opportunity to change that decision if they want to. We don't all have to be single, and I don't honestly believe, Ashley, that you're going to be single forever. I just feel you need to have a look and develop something about yourself so that you can open up. Like, don't be over needy. Don't be I like being bossy, so just a minute. Let's think about that for a minute. Okay, so my daughter's laughing like crazy in the background. So it's like, I'd have a hard time going into a relationship unless he was like, if he looked like Tom Selleck, yeah, okay, I'm willing to give up and to go into that relationship. And he has to be tall. Okay, so here's one of my big things. I will not date anyone shorter than me now. I have dated enough people, married one who is shorter than me, and now he's my cousin. So
You gotta stop talking about that.
I have a limitation. So what's your limitation, Ashta? What do you have to do to change? Yes, tall is good. I think most girls want tall. Okay. Are there any other questions that we need to discuss tonight? You know what? I'm just sitting here thinking, we could have a whole discussion just about relationships and what to do and what not to do. And the truth is that I suck at relationships. I'm great with friendships. I can be anyone's friend, but when it comes to making that emotional connectiveness that makes two people one, that's a really hard thing to do unless you have the right person. So make sure you have the right person so that you can go into it. Okay. So back to the name Sammy, Sam, Samantha. Did anyone recognize it? I didn't see anyone answer that. And you're welcome, Ashta. Oh, yes, I know. I already read for Sandra already. I snuck her in there. Okay, Jeanette, same. Hey, Jeanette, do you got another Logan? If you've got another Logan who's 6'4", you could send him my way too. I mean, it's hard finding tall men, especially when you're tall. So, and speaking of that, I was out yesterday. I had to go to, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. We had a work meeting. And on the way back, I have never seen so many tall couples. And when I say tall, I'm talking 6 feet or better. They were everywhere in Victoria. So we must have had a tall convention. Okay. Jake. Okay. So I'm going to just call you Jake because I don't want to mispronounce your name. And I probably did. What is coming towards me soon in my boxing career? And yes, Jeanette, I am the same height. It is hard. Jakari. Okay, thank you, Jakari. First of all, I think there's a little bit more practice needed. Okay, I'm really torn on what to say here. Just give me a second, okay? I'm going to pull a card. I don't like that one. Just a minute. Okay, there can be success, but it depends on how you practice, who your, I don't know if it's coach, manager, who your manager is. And it depends on whether, I know this is going to sound crazy, whether you play fair. Okay. That's another big thing. So I think if you're true to yourself, true to your career path, you can get to where you want to be. But it really feels like it's a combination: practice, manager, the truth of who you are behind the boxing gloves, and where you're going to this is where you're going to perform. Okay, so I don't know if that means you go into like a caged boxing area or whether it's just the regular boxing, but there's something about that. So, and also making sure that you have watched your diet and you're not doing drugs or steroids to make yourself bigger, because if you do, I'll tell you right now, you're out of the picture. Well, Jeanette, maybe someday I'll take you up on that and I'll come down to Texas and have a look around. So, all right. Any other questions? Because, okay, all right. The regular boxing, cage boxing is mean. You know what? I feel because you do have heart that if you, okay, I'm not a big get down on my knees and pray, but I do pray. I think you need to pray and bring your God to you and help them get you to where you need to be. And you can be fantastic, but it really believes the faith of where you want to be is really important. All right. I was going to say something. I totally lost it. I love those moments. It's a case of make notes as you're talking, but I forget. Well, then I do believe I am going to call it in the evening. We still have 10 minutes, but I might just give everyone a break tonight, and I hope you'll have a lovely weekend. I know it's a quiet weekend for me. I'm actually going to take time to do a few craft projects. Oh, hi, Brenda. Okay, so Brenda, I'm looking for a job. You are looking for a job. Sort of think that came out the other night. Here's the question. Are you going to be successful at looking for the job? Okay, so I am told to tell you that you should get your resume out there. Oh, look at this. Success. But it's by the written word and the verbal word, Brenda. So I'm going to say that within the next month, there should be a consideration month, 6 weeks of a possible job coming towards you, because this feels like new starts, new beginnings, and it feels like you're going into something that you're really going to like. So it might only be 2 or 3 days a week. But Brenda, I really actually think you'll be successful and you'll have fun with it. So Lisa, any messages from Alex? Okay, I'm going to take it he's dead just by the way you said that. Okay, so hopefully I'm right here, Lisa, and that I'm talking about a dead person. Okay, any messages? First of all, I'm seeing a pair of running shoes. And with the running shoes, I feel as though he's talking about you taking a journey. And he's saying about how you can't change the past. You can only change the future that you want to go to. But you have to turn around and look at that future, which is sometimes a really hard thing to do. And he says that, so this could be for your husband. Okay. And he says that, okay, this is really weird. Tell him to get a bale of hay and sit on it. Okay. I don't know if your husband ever rode a horse or went to a barn party where there was hay, and that he should sit on it next to you with a blanket around his shoulders, and he should be making out with his wife. That's what I'm going to say. All right. And is your husband Rick passed, or is he alive, Lisa? If you don't mind answering that. He is my father-in-law looking for my husband, Rick. Okay, Lisa, I think you're going to have to explain that a little better, please. I know from Alex what I heard, I'm standing by. But is your husband dead, or is he alive? He's alive. Okay, so I'm standing by my message. He needs to get a bale of hay, needs to sit on it, and he needs to have you sit beside him, and for the two of you to take that moment in life to remember what it's like to be a kid and to embrace it and enjoy it. And what I feel is, if I'm looking at Alex, and I hope I got this the right way, but when I look at Alex, I feel very, what's the word I want? It's not really relaxed, sort of like I'm mellowed out, but I don't think he was like that hippie type. But I think he in now that he has that ability. Okay, so I think Alex has that ability to be mellow now, which is something I don't think he had in life. And I think he's trying to tell you, his son, your husband, to use the same technique, to become mellow, to not so much live in the moment, but feel the moment, and to be grateful of being alive. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say to him. Oh, and then I also want to tell him to pick up his laundry. Okay, I know that sounds a little crazy and out left field there, but I do want to tell him to pick up his laundry. All right. You're welcome, Lisa. All right, everyone. I am going to say goodnight, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday with Sean. And remember, Penelope and I are on Wednesday, and then I'll see you next Thursday. Oh, that's so cute, Lisa. I'm so glad Spirit's right. So, everyone, have a blessed night. And know that love, joy, and happiness will find you in mysterious ways this week. And just believe in yourself. That's the most important thing. Believe in yourself. Okay. Good night, everyone.